I don't know what you heard about me, but I just can't get it out of me. frappe un putain